This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English, episode number. I keep forgetting to check that. It would take 5 seconds, but I don't check the number. I'm going to guess 362. Anyway, in today's episode, we have Boom Boom Cannon. He is back, and this episode is a blinder, in my opinion. A blinder, meaning very good. What do we talk about? I recorded it a few weeks ago. I can't remember. Oh, that's it. We talk about mountain holiday or a beach holiday, which is best, as usual. Not really a topic which is going to change the world, but this is what Rock and Roll English is, isn't it? So here is the episode. I will talk to you at the end. Happy listening. Boom Boom Cannon, how are you today?
I'm very well, Martin. How are you?
Always fantastic, Boom Boom. Always fantastic. The last time you were on, I think you complained that we didn't have enough of a pre-pod chat, whilst we've definitely done that this time, haven't we?
We've had a long one.
Yeah.
We've had a real heart-to-heart.
Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting a top performance now. You're loosened up. So I think that was the complaint last time. You weren't ready, Boom Boom.
No, I wasn't ready. No excuses now.
No excuses.
Fully warmed up.
Absolutely. So the review thing, Boom Boom, has almost been phased out of the podcast because it's been so long. Although there is one somewhere waiting around on the internet, which someone wrote to me about. But so we're not going to talk about that today. What we are going to talk about is kind of touching upon what our pre-podcast chat was about, because I know you recently went on a holiday in the mountains, correct?
Yes, correct.
I recently went on a holiday to the beach. So I thought we could compare mountain holidays, beach holidays. Okay.
Got it.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, we can do this again at the end. I might change your mind, but you have a favorite?
I would say mountain holidays with the caveat that I'm skiing.
That you're skiing, right?
Yes,
okay,
which I wasn't on this occasion.
I was going to say you went to Austria in August.
Yes.
Lots of skiing, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, you could see all of the ski shops, like ski boot hire, the ski lift. So you sort of had this feeling of the skiing does happen here, but not in the summer. So, but if I can choose skiing for my mountain holiday, then that's my pick.
You know what? I think for the sake of this podcast, we might have to stick to summer mountains.
Okay, I've thrown the structure out already.
You've literally just thrown it out the window.
Careful.
You know what? I forgot that exists because I haven't been skiing in so long that mountains and skiing are a thing. So, okay, we're talking summer mountains or summer beach. Again, not winter beach. Summer beach, summer mountains. Okay.
And so that I'm completely clear on the rules, is this summer beach versus summer mountains with a 13-month-old?
That one you can play it by ear kind of thing.
Okay.
Answer that one how you want, but you can make the comparisons. Okay. So let's go. Okay, so I've got advantages of both, so we'll talk about both and then maybe make a conclusion at the end. Okay, so this one I believe is a advantage for beach, which is packing light. So again, I'm just going to read the things that ChatGPT gave me, which is packing light, swimsuit, flip-flops, done. Hiking requires gear that looks like you're invading Everest.
You have a much sort of cheekier version of ChatGPT than I do, I think.
I've told you before, Boo, it's just because I am such a laugh, and then ChatGPT just feels comfortable being a laugh with me. You're clearly not a laugh.
No.
And ChatGPT doesn't feel comfortable having a laugh with you. It's like
Boom Boom won't appreciate this Everest gag.
It's like, when you're even at school, you have those teachers where you can have a laugh with them, but you got the other teachers where you say your T's correctly. The other teacher will say my name is Martin with a nice T. Another I'll just say my name's Martin. Depends on the vibe I pick up.
ChatGPT's treating me like the pronounce your T's kind of teacher.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So is this the case for you when you go? Did you pack a lot? Well, obviously, child apart for your mountain holiday, but
we packed a lot. Yeah. Loads. Too much.
But I mean, how much of that stuff was actually for you, though? What did you bring?
No, mostly it was for the baby.
Yeah. I suppose the big question here is, did you bring hiking boots, and do you own hiking boots?
I don't own hiking boots.
Good. I don't.
I
either.
do own a pair of sort of what I'm going to call hiking trainers.
Do they exist? I mean,
Yeah,
this sounds like just trying hiking boots, but trying to keep it cool.
yeah, that is, I think, what they are. They've got
Right.
sort of extra grip on. And this was during a phase where I sort of thought I was going to get into hiking a bit more than I ended up doing.
Mm.
We went on a few, actually, what I'd call long walks here that probably would be not really accurate to call them a hike. So I bought these trainers for that. Yeah.
Yeah, they sound like hiking boots to me.
Yeah.
See, if I was going hiking, I would still wear my Adidas trainers because that's the only pair of shoes I've got actually. But well, the good thing about beaches, so I spent like 3 weeks at the beach, is swim shorts. For me, I was sleeping in them because I think, what's the point? They've got the pants in them anyway. And then I'll just wake up tomorrow and I'm ready to go. Don't even have to change.
Straight to the beach.
In fact, so Mrs. R&R brought loads of pants for me, like underwear. I was like, what's the point in underwear when you've got the beach? Because you've got
swim shorts.
You've got swim shorts because they got the little pants inside.
Yeah,
haven't they?
They're quite loose though, the pants inside, aren't they?
Are they? I mean, you can get tight ones.
What kind of pants do you wear though?
Well, I wear boxers. I mean, I wasn't
Like
expecting to talk about
loose or more of
tight. You don't want things moving around. Do
Yeah,
you,
no,
Boo Boo?
exactly. Okay, and you think the swim short provides similar sort of
Well, I suppose
hold?
actually you are making a good point. However, when you're at the beach, just go free, Boom Boom. Just let that go free.
Well, obviously, I think as we've discussed here before, sometimes when I'm at the beach here, I go to the naked sauna, and then I really go free. Very free.
Well, if you're going to a nudist beach, you certainly don't need to pack a lot, do you? You
No.
don't need to pack anything.
Big advantage of the nudist beach. Sun cream.
If you're going on a 2-week holiday to a nudist beach, you don't even have to. Well, Ryanair, you get stitched up with how much it costs you to pay for a suitcase. You don't need one.
Yeah, just fly naked. Straight to the nudist beach.
Well, that'll probably be the next step for Ryanair to try and save money, won't it? I would do that to save money on a flight. I'll do anything to save money. Even now, when I book a flight, so obviously we've got 2 children. You have to pay full whack for the kids now because they're both over 2. And so it's obviously costing a ridiculous amount of money to go anywhere now. Even if it's like, you see that flight for like, I don't know, £30 there, £30 back. By the time you add it all up,
I bet.
and then you have to pay for a seat only for one adult as well, because one adult has to stay with the children.
Okay.
You have to pay for a seat for the other adult.
Okay.
And so I say to Mrs. R&R, like, I need to pay for this seat. Like, can I? I'll leave you with the kids, and I'll just go and sit on the other side of the plane. Never works. So I end up having to pay for that seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also annoying because when I did that last time, so you pay for 4 seats, but you only use 3 anyway.
Yeah, I didn't realize that actually.
Think about that before you have number 2, Boom Boom.
Because as of now, now that we flew recently with the baby, you obviously don't pay for a seat, but then they don't use a seat.
Yeah.
But they do get some luggage chucked in. So I kind of thought, well, this is actually a good way of making the most of the ticket.
Yeah, it's great for the first 2 years, Boom Boom, but after that, not so good. This is not really podcast chat now. This is more just me needing to understand how things work. Yeah.
Is it 2 and above, or is it 3, as in they're still 2 until they're 3?
No, from their 2nd birthday and above, Boom Boom. You're not going to get any. Yeah.
Okay.
And as well, this is what I said to Mrs. R&R. You can't even. So I took when we were on holiday, we went to a water park, right?
Yeah.
And it was free if you were less than 1 meter tall. Okay, so the older one now, so I keep calling her toddler R&R, but she's just over 1 meter. Okay, so what I said to her, I said, like, take your shoes off when they measure you and don't stand up straight. And that's what she did. And then we saved €18. Okay, now you can't do that on a flight. You can't say, oh, they're under 2, because you have to give their date of birth and their passport.
No, there's no real way around that.
It's a
I'm glad you flagged that up, because baby Boom Boom turns 2 in July, mid-July. So see, if we go on a summer holiday next year,
Oh, gotta be before that.
get that in before July.
Get in all the holidays before she turns 2. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So on to the next one. Okay. I'd imagine this is a advantage for mountains. No
Mm.
beach body pressure. Hiking
Mm.
boots don't judge your abs. ChatGPT is actually hilarious as well.
On
isn't it?
fire. You should just do the podcast with ChatGPT. You could also ask it for a review, I reckon, and
I'll take any review, boo boo.
chuck that in.
You know me. Which for me, so this beach, going back to like beach body, that is a problem. You know, I think about this. So I was at the beach and there was lots of like Mrs. R&R's family were there, you know, like cousins, like her aunt came as well. And then you're looking at these people, like they're basically just wearing underwear.
Mm.
And you think this is a bit weird. Like if I was just at your house and you were just wearing underwear, that would be really weird. But it's just obviously we're at the beach, so it's okay.
Yes, yeah, it sort of normalizes things that are otherwise very strange. And you
Absolutely.
see a lot of body, which is not
Yeah.
always
Not always a good thing.
the best.
Sometimes great, sometimes great.
Mm.
Not
But how do
always
you
good.
feel about that? Because
Well,
obviously you're
people,
seeing other people's bodies, but people seeing your own.
yeah, not great because I
Mm.
don't. I mean, you've got a nice body, Boomer. I've
Thanks,
seen
mate.
I've seen yours. In fact, I'm looking at you, thinking, "Oh, look at him." But yeah, when you're like skinny and hairy, and it's not. I don't. I certainly don't think people are looking at me thinking, "Oh, oh, look at him. He's
Check
look
out
at
this
that
guy.
sexy body with his skinny arms that are really hairy." I don't know.
Do you,
Maybe someone is thinking that. If you like it, let me know.
I'm sure someone is. There's someone out there who is. But do you do any sort of extra what's the word for it? Sort of taking care of body hair, body
No,
any of
absolutely
that
not.
beforehand. You just it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, maybe when I was younger, I might have been a bit more concerned about that.
Mm.
But yeah, once you get married, just think, well, she's
She's seen it.
literally signed a contract where we had to sign something in church, like legally binding. She
There's
legally.
no body hair clause in that.
Oh, I put the clause in. I put the clause. Even if your body hair it was part of the vows, like sickness and health and body hair. Even if
I'm
it
now
gets worse.
allowed to do nothing about my body hair for the rest of my life.
So yeah, luckily it's not a
Yeah.
problem for me, but I would imagine it might be a problem for some other people.
Yeah. But no, I remember it actually once we discussed whether sort of clothes, whether you prefer summer or winter in terms of the clothes that you wear.
Right,
And I remember
yeah.
you making a similar point then that you preferred sort of autumn, winter because you could layer up and you felt like it sort of did you more of a service than the summer where, you know, everything's a bit more on show.
Definitely, because well, two things are on show: my lack of muscles, number one, and extreme amount of hair, number two. Whilst when you're wearing like jumpers and things,
Mm.
that can be hidden quite
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I were to pick what do I prefer, winter clothes or summer clothes, definitely winter. However, the benefit of summer clothes is that you don't need to wear much.
Yeah.
Shorts, t-shirt, flip-flops, done. And I suppose now I probably actually choose summer clothes for that reason because my wife has signed that contract that she
Yes.
can't leave me. Now I'm happy with summer clothes, so I don't need to impress anyone. Right, so this next one is an advantage for the beach, and again, hilarious. Says rom-com vibes. Slow walks on the beach are basically a Hollywood scene. So yeah, what do you prefer? Well, I'd imagine obviously once you've got a child, it's a bit different. But before that, a nice walk in the mountains or a nice walk on the beach
But for romance,
for romance, yeah.
for romance,
For romance, yeah.
yeah, I think it's the beach.
Yeah, it has
I
to
think
be.
it's the
Doesn't
beach.
sunset. And I was actually thinking, I swear this is true. When we were in Thailand, not one of the party islands, we went to another one, and there was a really kind of like romantic bar and like a nice beach, and there were a lot of couples there. And I just remember just thinking, oh, I wish that he was a girl. Because it was obviously just me and you. We didn't talk to any girls. I was just sort of thinking, it's kind
I
of.
wish she was a girl. Yeah.
It was just kind of those moments where you could. Because obviously we had a great time. I was happy to be there with like my mate, but it's just kind of those moments where you think, yeah, girlfriend might be good actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that thought occurred to me a lot during my single years. A girlfriend would be good actually. I'd say that was my main thought for many years.
But it's days like that where it really hits home, where you see people having those romantic walks on the beach, and then there's just like me and you drinking a beer.
Yeah, I think I remember that very romantic setting. We probably played Connect Four and had a beer.
I mean, we were having a better time than anyone else, though, weren't we?
Yeah.
I forgot about the Connect Four. If anyone's been to Thailand, we weren't obviously ready for Connect Four, were we, when we got there? But by the end, we were Connect Four.
Oh yeah,
like, absolute masters.
Yeah, my C4 game has never been the same since I went to Thailand.
So just so everyone knows what we're talking about, it's the very similar game. So it's normally blue and yellow. Is it the colours?
Yeah, or red and yellow. Yeah,
I thought red. I mean, you just need to get 4 in a row. And yeah, we were literally playing that all the time, weren't we? I've even got a photo of you and I in a bar playing Connect Four. It was really competitive as well.
Yeah, and sometimes we would be challenged by essentially children, Thai children, who were really good, to be fair. So it's fair enough. And we would sometimes play them. I remember also once one of the places we stayed, we had a game of Connect Four to decide who got the best bed. And
I think I won that, didn't I?
And you won that.
I remember,
I still think about that. But when something was actually on the line, I cracked. I crumbled.
That's the story of your life, Boo Boo. So now you say that, you remind me of, we used to play a game when we lived together in London of kicking a ball, a very small indoor softball into like the washing bin or something. And you were actually quite good at winning this. And then we had a party and someone left a really cool bag at the party. We didn't know whose it was, so we decided to play the game of football for the bag. Guess who won, Boo Boo?
Yeah, I must admit I have blocked that one from my memory, but that sounds about right.
Well, and the thing about that, I was so happy because I really liked that bag. And then one of our close friends called me like the next day and said, "Oh, by the way, I left my bag at yours." We just fucking had like a world championship to decide who's going to get the bag.
I've won it now. It's mine now. So you should have been there for the football tournament.
I won it fair and square. You can't have it, even if it cost you like £100.
Yeah.
We played football for it, and I won. It's mine. So I had to get rid of it, that was fucking nightmare.
This was the game of because I can't remember that exact one, but the game we played there most often was kicking a small football into the fireplace.
Oh, into the fireplace. Yeah, that's right.
Was that right?
Yeah,
is that what we did?
Correct.
Yeah. Because that's also the game where we would play this a lot, and it was very difficult. And then one day, our other friend who we lived with, his mum just turned up and just like did it in one. Bang.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Straight in the fireplace and then just walked away. 100% record. She's never played again.
This is like mic drop.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell people that the fire, there was nothing in this fireplace. There wasn't an actual fire. We weren't kicking the ball into a fire. Okay.
If you win, the ball is burned. The ball is gone. It was any ball. No, that would be very extravagant.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. So, okay, on to the next one. Okay, so I've got here, wildlife encounters feel epic. So, in fact, you can tell me, obviously, what the advantage is. Spotting a deer feels magical. Spotting a crab in your shorts feels traumatic.
Yeah, I can sort of agree with that one. Yeah. Spotting a deer, underrated.
So did you spot any deers in
when
Austria?
We've done in Austria? No,
right.
But in general, when I've done hiking,
long walks,
and seeing deer is nice. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's better than a crab.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. However, so I last year cycled from Chelmsford to Richmond Park in London. And it's full of deer there. Yeah. And I thought I was going to be great. But then once I got close, I was a bit like, oh God, like you got this massive deer looking at you, and I was thinking, fucking hell, like what does this deer want to do?
Yeah, I mean
Um,
that's sort of your general vibe with any living creature, isn't it?
100%, yeah.
Should I run away?
Mm,
Is it about to attack me?
yeah. Well, again, even when I was at the beach, sort of got friends, obviously, like with kids. I mean, that does sound like I'm some kind of paedophile, but I have kids. My kids were talking to other kids. I talked to the kids and the parents, and there were these two boys that I don't know. They were like 5 and 7, and every day they were like catching mainly crabs, and would come up to me and say, like with the crab holding it, saying, "Do you want to touch it?" And I honestly would scream like a girl, and say, absolutely not, get away from me. Like I was literally, my heart would feel like pumping out of my chest. Yeah, it's a real life moving crab.
How big were these crabs?
I mean, various sizes, but all of them were scaring me. I mean, some of them I would
Big or
say.
small?
I mean, one of them I say might have been 10 centimeters, which for me was enormous. Yeah, I saw a few crabs. There was another day when one was running along the beach and like across the sand near where I was, and yeah, I literally ran for cover. And I generally,
I mean, I've literally seen you do that.
I sort of just use my children as shields. Just say, just take my kids. Just don't touch me. Because my kids are kind of interested in it, and I say, well, you deal with it. You deal with it. I don't want to get involved. Okay, so we are going to continue the episode in the members area, but this time I have done the vocabulary, and there's lots of vocabulary. So let's look at the vocabulary for this episode here, and then obviously in the members area tomorrow we are going to continue the episode. So I spoke to Boom Boom, and he said, before we had a long pre-pod chat, I would say at least an hour, and Boom Boom said we had a real heart-to-heart, like real honest and open conversation. And I said, I'm hoping for a top performance now. You've loosened up. So to loosen up, like prepare. So loosen your muscles up before a game of football, for example. That's what they do. They go out for the warm-up. They loosen up. I mentioned how the review has been phased out. Well, it hasn't. Well, it kind of has. So please send me a review. Phased out meaning slowly, going, gone. Then we had, for the sake of this podcast, so just for the purpose of this podcast, and then we were talking about, do we prefer these holidays with children? And we said we can just play it by ear, like basically see how it goes. A nice easy piece of vocabulary was when I said to Boom Boom, I'm such a laugh. So to describe someone as a funny person, you can call them a laugh. And you can also say we can have a laugh. We can have fun. It's a really common thing to say, we can have a laugh. We were talking about underwear, and I said that Boom Boom said the pants inside swim shorts are a bit loose, so they are not tight. I then mentioned how Ryanair stitch you up when they make you pay for suitcases. So stitch someone up, kind of trick someone, create a trap for them. Like you think, oh, this flight's only £30, and then by the time you pay for your place, your suitcase, everything, it's actually £100. I also mentioned that you have to pay full whack for kids when they are 2. So full whack meaning full price. And we said there's no way getting round it. So the fact that you have to pay full price for children that are above 2. And Boom Boom said, well, I'm glad you flagged that up, meaning I'm happy that you brought this up. I'm happy you brought this to my attention. I also mentioned how Mrs. R&R has signed a legally binding contract. So she cannot leave me just for the fact that I don't really care about looking good anymore. Boom Boom also said that winter clothes do me more of a service. So when they do you a service, not they do you a favour, but they help you, let's say. I used some R&R grammar when I said if I were to pick whether I prefer summer or winter clothes, I would pick winter. So second conditional, but notice how it starts with if I were to pick, because I'm not picking. So we often start with if I were to go, if I were to eat, if I were to record a podcast. Then we also spoke about playing football for bag, I think it was, and playing Connect 4 for the double bed in Thailand. And we said when something was on the line, Boom Boom said when something was on the line, something at stake, something to play for, I cracked. Like, you couldn't handle the pressure. And I said I won it fair and square. Cannot complain. So that's it for today. I will see you in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.